Hello again, and welcome back to the actual part 1 of JAWS for Windows is Good for You. And in this part, we are going to talk about how to purchase, install, and activate JAWS. So, first of all, there are two different types of licenses, well, three if you want to separate home and professional. There are a few different types of licenses you can get for JAWS. The by far most affordable is the home annual license, which I have. And that allows you to pay $95 per year to use JAWS on up to 3 of your computers. If you don't have 3 computers, well, you've just got extra activation slots, I guess. In my case, I only have 1 computer. So 2 of those slots are just sitting empty. The next option is the Home Perpetual license, which will set you back around $1,200, and I do not recommend. Why? Firstly, because it will set you back around $1,200, and secondly, because you have to do the SMA thing, which means you will have to pay every few years or so to continue getting your product updated. If you are a home user, I would recommend sticking with Home Annual because I've done the math, and in the long term, it will take roughly 10 to 20 years for the cost of a Home Annual license to equal the cost of a Perpetual license with an SMA for half of that time. If my math is flawed, somebody please point it out in the comments. I will do what I can to correct it. But that was the calculation I did. The next option you have is the professional license, and that is geared more toward corporations and organizations and things like that. Educational systems, blah blah blah. You get the point. That one I think costs around $1,600 to $1,700, which makes me sick. But it has the same drawbacks as the Home Perpetual license. You've got the SMA, the increased cost, all of those types of things. So, unless you are a corporation, I would go for Home Annual, because your bank account and your sanity will thank you later. Now, as for the purchasing process, that might make you want to rip your hair out a little bit, and I'll explain why here in a moment. You need to go to the Freedom Scientific store, the e-store that they've got. You'll need to pick your product, and then you'll need to, review everything and go to payment. And payment is where you may want to rip your hair out, because for some absurd reason, Freedom Scientific does not take PayPal. So you have to use a credit or debit card. If you are purchasing JAWS for yourself, this could be frustrating and painful. Because, as I understand it, Braille credit and debit cards are a rare thing if they exist at all. And not all of us have a trusted assistant we can give our cards to that will read us the information without being nefarious and trying to steal it, thinking we're stupid and won't notice our money missing. Fortunately, I do have one, so I was able to write my credit card details down in a safe place that no one else can access, and was therefore able to copy and paste them into the form. But not everyone has that luxury. So that's something I think Freedom Scientific should work on, is incorporating PayPal into the purchase process. Once you've filled all of that out and submitted your order, I can't speak to perpetual licenses because I don't own one. If you get Home Annual, you will get 2 emails. Email number 1 will be an order confirmation, and email number 2 will invite you to sign up for the Freedom Scientific portal so that you can manage your licenses. I will put the link for the portal website in the description. I will also put the link for the store in the description for those who may want them and who may want to purchase JAWS. Now, when it comes to activating, I only know the process for Home Annual because that's what I have. If I understand the alert that pops up really quickly, actually I'm getting ahead of myself, let's back up a moment. We forgot to install it. We can't activate it without installing it. You know what? Actually, I think I will show you how to activate because that's easy enough to do. But the install process is fairly straightforward. You download the installer from Freedom Scientific's website, or you can allow your activator to download it. Because if you don't have JAWS installed when you run your activator, it will offer to download it for you. I'll explain about the activator in just a moment. But let's assume that you don't want the activator to do it for you just for this brief moment in time. You'll download the installer from Freedom Scientific's website, and then you'll run it just like you would run any normal program. I would highly advise having an extra screen reader running because obviously if you don't have JAWS installed yet, it's not going to talk to you. So if you are blind and need something to talk to you, so if you're setting this up by yourself, have NVDA running, have narrator running, have something running so that you will get communication throughout this process. But then again, I don't think I need to say that because I think most of you are, intelligent and know that. This is not me insulting anyone's intelligence. This is me attempting to make a joke, although even to my own ears it fell flat. So, yeah. But you will run that. It will come up with a license agreement. You'll have to check the box to accept that. You hit next. If you have a previous version of JAWS, it might ask you to migrate your settings. You can do that or you can not do that. It's totally up to you. If you have custom scripts, which I will talk about later, I would advise not doing it because sometimes they don't like that. Then you get to the install button. You hit install. It will take a little while. This computer has got double the specs of my old computer and it still took several minutes to install. So definitely expect the installer to take a little while. Once it is done, you will be asked to restart your computer, which I would highly recommend you do at your earliest convenience. Once your computer comes up, JAWS should come up and run you through the startup wizard. And I will take you through the startup wizard myself in the next part. Another pop-up you will get is the authorization pop-up, asking you to update your authorization or something like that. If you do not have an authorization or an activator, or if you have an activator file, you want to get rid of that box and tell it to continue in 40-minute mode. What is 40-minute mode? Well, 40-minute mode is what you get if you don't purchase JAWS. It will run just fine for 40 minutes, and then you will have to restart your computer. That thing right there was the bane of my existence for months until I could get a JAWS activator. All right. Now, I will show you how to activate JAWS. As soon as it comes back up, which it does not appear to want to do. One moment while I get NVDA up here and see what's going wrong. But I will show you how to activate JAWS. Alright, so it wants me to reboot the computer to run in 40-minute mode. I'm not going to do that. So you will be watching me activate JAWS with NVDA. So let me get everything ready. Okay.
Not checked.
All right. So to activate a JAWS Home Annual license, because that's what I have, I cannot speak to the other types of license. I think you have to have some kind of authorization code. But I don't know anything about that. So, to activate a Home Annual license,
Desktop list.
you want to open your web browser.
Firefox.
I'm using
Mozilla
Firefox.
Search Microsoft Bing document.
And you want
Nav
to go
6. Ortal.freedom
to
scientific.
portal.freedomscientific.com.
Collapsed. Search Microsoft Bing document busy. Main landmark. Search banner landmark freedom scientific licensing portal navigation landmark freedom.
I'm already logged in.
To navigate through items press freedom scientific licensing portal list with 4 items clickable about clickable contact. To expand press enter. Submenu manage. Out of list with 2 items to go to user profile press enter. Caitlin Eppers. Sign out.
Sorry about that. It was not supposed to give my actual personal information out there.
Out of list main landmark heading level 1 product details.
But it did.
Product. JAWS Home Annual. Serial number.
You guys don't get to hear that, but...
Clickable notes. Has autocomplete. Add notes. Subscription. Active. Next charge. 12/23/2025. Activate this computer.
That's the button we want to click on, but I'm just going to keep scrolling to let you see what the portal screen looks like.
Alt plus Shift plus M manage my payment plan. 0 of 3 installs detected. Content info main Alt activate this computer.
Now we're going to click this.
File download notification dialog. Cancel. Browser tabs toolbar. Okay. Close. Close. Okay.
Now, let me see. What did it say?
A custom activation file will be downloaded to your computer. Run the file when the download completes to activate your computer. Cancel. Okay.
Okay, and it will give us that warning. We want to click on OK.
Working. Please wait. Working. Please wait. Activate this computer. Busy. Show all. List.
And that file is like 5 megabytes in size. It will have your name and something like JAWSactivator.exe.
Show all. List. Kate.
So what you want to do once you get this file is just click on it and run it like a normal file.
Window. Product details. Freedom. Set up JAWS for Kate. Set up JAWS for Caitlin Epperson dialog. Congratulations. This computer is now ready to be used with JAWS. Thank you for your purchase. Okay. Product detail.
JAWS, I did not appreciate my
Desktop
name being blurted out there, but if you must. So now we're active. JAWS is no longer in demo mode. It is fully functional. And that concludes this portion of the tutorial. So, when I see you back here, we will go through the JAWS Startup Wizard.
OB. Volume. New. volume, mute, volume, sort, lock, scenes window.
If I could
Scene.
find the button to stop the recording.
Add, manage, stop recording checked.